Hi Linda, here's a couple of exercises as discussed that we go through just for shoulder care. The first one I'll actually get you to do isn't too much about the shoulders, it's just about breathing. So if you take the band and loop it just across the rib cage, just at the bottom of the ribs, and have your feet hip distance apart, not too wide with your stance, bring the legs just directly under the hips. And then from here I get you to breathe into your ribs. Feel your ribs expand laterally without letting your back arch, and then on the exhale let your ribs soften away from the band. And as they kind of close in, that's a kind of an early prep to help you with your breathing and also to help you get into the abs, right? So breathe in, feel them expand, exhale. Breathe in, and then exhale. Good. And then to recruit the ab wall, then you can breathe into your ribs, draw up with your pelvic floor muscles, like a light engagement of front and back passage, like you're pulling a tissue out of a box, just gentle draw up, and at the same time, belly button in and a little lift. So you can breathe into the ribs, engage the pelvic floor muscles, and then pull in the abs. Just try one more, so you can breathe in, let the ribs expand, and then exhale. Good, draw up and pull in. Then this shoulder opening exercise here, keeping the elbows kind of ever so slightly forward of the ribs. Breathe in and then open out and back, making sure that you're not in your upper neck muscles. Like that, gently open and back and open. So slightly different than the dumbbell one that you had, just with that band coming from kind of the behind. It just takes the pressure off the top of the shoulder. You can do those for maybe like 15 at a time, and back, and back, and back. Tall and lifted through the body. That way you can draw up the pelvic floor, pull in the abs as well. Breathe into the ribs, pull in and back. Get a bit of strength out of that, they're really good. Good, and back, and reach, back, and reach, and then back. Then with the dumbbell ones, we talked a little bit of arm extension, so I'll just show you one arm first. So if I try to keep the shoulder blades still against the ribs and reach back that way, they can come forward a little bit. You're not going into the neck, you're not overstretching that biceps tendon. Reaching back and forward and back. And pull in your abs as well. And back. And reach. And back. And reach. And back. And again, reach. And back. And reach. Good. And then you can try a few shrug ones then as well. So gently up, sliding the shoulders up and then back down. You can lift on the inhale, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale lower, gently up and back down, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and back up, and then back down. You don't want it to annoy the neck, but you definitely want to feel that you're getting a little bit of conditioning kind of in the upper trapezius muscles as well. Those for those ones, and then there's a few more. Oh yeah, there was the spinning one then, as in turning the shoulders in and out. So if I have the dumbbells just gripped like that, and then turn in, and then turn out. And it's okay that the arms are a little bit further away, because if they're in too close, then your spin, your turn, your rotation in your shoulder might be a little bit too kind of compressed. So if you're turning them out, you can have them that way. Turn in, turn out, then in, and that recalibrates and kind of switches on your rotator cuff muscles as well. Then sometimes what I like to do is I might have a mild elevation of the shoulders on that, so I can kind of feel your kind of mid-back muscles working a little bit, and then your shoulders aren't collapsed down. So as opposed to being rounded and that, just kind of lift them up a little bit, up and back. That other band exercise will kind of help you with that as well. And then back, and that, and then back. Good, back. Good, that's those. Then the push-up one. Just to remind you on it, trying to keep the shoulder blades stable and still. There's a band one that you can do in the kind of area of that. In other words, in the kind of similar movement patterns, chest press. So I'd hold the band in just to get a little bit of strength out of it. I'm trying to keep my, so you can elevate your shoulder blades, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Let your shoulder blades protract, so let them kind of glide and ride around your ribs a little bit, and then bring them back. But ideally you're looking to see, can you keep your shoulder blades flat against your rib cage? So I'm reaching out and back, like that, and back. And that's your kind of push-up prep. So that is your kind of, we call it scaption, so it's kind of stability in that shoulder blade against the ribs, so it's kind of a 45-degree angle out that way, so it means that you're not going into your upper traps that way. And then it can transfer that to the wall then, which is going to be shoulder blade stable and still. I'll just make sure, yep, and bending in and then back, bending in and then back. And I just might move that. See if I can, hold on, just move this here so you can see me a bit. Like that. Keeping open through the collarbones, that when you're coming in and back. Back. Keeping that openness. Good. And then back. Good. So that's that one. It's just a reminder on those. Okay, I'm going to show you this other one. This is a mat work based one. So sorry for all that. Whoops. I'll just show you. So you're lying on, this is again protraction one. So you're lying on your back, arms are straight, then you're reaching the dumbbells up towards the ceiling and landing your shoulder blades back down. Reaching up, so the shoulder blades are doing the movement. Just getting used to that weight directly over your arms, letting width happen in your collarbones. As you land down, you feel, and then you can breathe in, breathe out there. Then you can breathe in, reach the dumbbells up, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Good, and you can relax them down. Yeah, so they're just a few. It's another 4-point healing one like that. Your arms are kind of. See if you can get that angled a bit better. Yeah. So I'm in a 4-point kneeling position there, and then I push the body away from the mat, and then I slide the shoulder blades down my back a little bit. Push the body away, and then back. So that's the scapula isolation in the 4-point kneeling position there. It's a really good way to also, even if you stay still there with your shoulder blades against your ribs and try to get used to that, right? Breathe into your ribs, then draw up with your pelvic floor muscles. Then pull in your abs, breathe in. Draw up with the pelvic floor muscles. And then pull in. And then bring in dimension to that 4-point kneeling then. The idea on this is that you're keeping your shoulder blades stable and still. So I'm going to do a bent arm on the lift. So you bend the arm, that scapula of this other side is staying flush against the ribs. Then I land down and I'm looking to make sure that there's no, so I'm not shifting and wobbling from side to side. Lift up that way and then lower. And lift. And back. And lift. And back. And lift. And back. And again lift. And then back. Good. And you can stretch out the back there as well. So you breathe in. And then tucking under with your tailbone. Scoop out your abs here. Drawing your, think about the pelvis coming towards the ribs. Rounding. Letting the head release. Gentle push. Inhale. Tip the pelvis forward. Slowly lift the breastbone up. There's a change happening in the upper back there, right? Breathe in. Exhale, pull up and round, scoop up. Inhale. Reaching the breastbone away from the mat. Tip the pelvis forward then. Not arching the back too much. Putting the brakes on then with your abs, keeping your lower back kind of still. And then trying to get that lift then without letting your head come up too high too early. But I'm definitely looking to try and you can even draw your shoulder blades down, sliding them down your back a bit, just trying to get into that upper back range. Breathe in. One more. Tucking under, pull in. Let the top of the head relax. Inhale. And then exhale. Tip away. Good. And relax it out. Good. Yeah. I'll show you that bridge one then, because that was another, while we're here, last one, right? So I'll just show you this one. This is another way. So you relax through the body, feet hip distance apart, breathe in, draw up with your pelvic floor, scoop out, as in pulling your abs here, reaching the hips up, staying relaxed through the jaw, a bit of height in the pelvis, breathe in, and then softly come down now through your upper back, peeling down, and then back. Let's try that again. So you breathe in, exhale, peel and roll, feeling your back, peeling up, there. And then inhale, you've got a bit of height there. Inhale into the front of the chest area there with width through your collarbones here, and then softly come down. Softly peel down, looking for that mobility through the upper back. And you can scoop out the abs there as well. Scoop out. And then draw them back. Good. And relax it out. Yeah, so there's a few there. Yeah, it's roughly about 14 minutes, 15 minutes or so. Just a couple there, and we'll review it and see how you're going. Yeah, okay, all right. Thanks, Linda. All right, take care. Bye bye.